Good morning. I hope you are having a fantastic Sunday morning and you had an outstanding Saturday. We had a ton of stuff going on here in Columbus, Ohio, celebrating the Derby, which was crazy, crazy ending, and the Columbus Blue Jackets who lost. So we're hoping for the best for that. But I hope whatever you did yesterday, you had a fantastic time. And if you don't know who I am, I am Jenny Hensley, co-owner and effectiveness coach with Dynamics. My goal is to help you reclaim your time so you can reclaim your life and love your work again. And that is going to be the topic today. I have 3 sleeping dogs here, and so we'll see how long that lasts. I picked this topic because of the time of year. One of the main things that we do in our coaching or during this time of year is help people prep for interviews and get interviews and make connections. So I just wanted to share some really some tips on finding the perfect job for you. Now, there are past videos on interviewing, specifically our tips for interviewing between Tom and I. We've done hundreds and hundreds of interviews, so we shared our top tips for those in a previous video. I also shared a previous video on what to do if you hate your job, how to get yourself out of that situation. So those are related, but today I want to talk about finding the perfect job. So really taking a look at that. It's interesting to me, so I started looking and for some data to go with this today. 70% of Americans are unsatisfied with their job. I did not expect it to be that much. So that makes it this topic even more important. I think the thing that you need to do is really focus on opportunities that are out there. So there's 2 things that you can do. One is you can find a new job, and the other one is you can recreate your existing job, and I'm going to talk about both. So the first one, and the one that people are obviously go to, they just automatically go to, is if I'm unsatisfied in my job, I need to find a new one. And I think that sometimes, especially in education, we get into this role once you've moved into administration. Then you need to move into the next level of administration. You need to move into the next level of administration. Same thing for other job areas. Once you've been promoted or tried a different job, maybe in your mind, or there's just expectations out there that you need to go for the next one, you need to go for the next one. And I'm saying, whether you're looking at a promotion or whether you're looking at a totally new job, don't think about the position itself. Instead of thinking about the position, think about what your days will be like. And this is where I start with every single person that I'm helping with interviews and helping look for a new job. Because a third of your days is estimated, a third of your life you spend at work. So it's really important for those to be happy, productive days. So what do you want those days to be like? Do you want to travel? Do you want meetings as part of your job? Do you want to be in a classroom teaching? Do you need to be with kids? Is it passionate for you to be with kids? What are you doing? And then take it another level. Like, what does your schedule look like? Do you want a regular schedule? Most people do, that where you have to be at work at a certain time, you come home at a certain time. For me, for 16 years, that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted a regular schedule. I wanted to work with kids first, and then I wanted to work with adults in administration, influencing what happened to kids. And I got to the point where I moved up, and the last step would be to apply for the top job, CEO or superintendent. And I started thinking about the days and how I would spend my days. And it wasn't the way I wanted to spend my days. So I decided to do something else. Even when when Tom and I started the business, in my mind, I had this vision of like traveling all over the country and for work. And I didn't like that at all. So I like being here and working here. And then working in Ohio and driving and working with our clients one-on-one. But, going out of state to me, I mean, I don't mind doing it once in a while, but it's definitely not something I wanted to be doing weekly. So I adjusted. So those are just some examples, but you've got to sit down and make your list. If you could design the perfect job, what would you be doing? What would your day look like? What would your schedule look like? What would you be doing? Then you go and find the position that matches that, or the school district, or the organization, or the company that matches that. So focus on what your days, what should be like to make you happy. So that's the most important thing. There's this really weird phenomenon that's out there right now that I've noticed. And it's that if you're happy where you are, that's really good. There's a lot of people who feel like they maybe are in a entry-level administrative position, or maybe you're in the classroom and feel like in order to they need to change things. They need to get a promotion. They need to try for the next job up. And everybody's not meant to be a leader, and many people aren't happy being leaders. So the best thing you can do if you love your job is stay in your job. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I think people get caught up in the trap that I was talking about earlier about, I need this promotion, I need that promotion. So if you're happy where you are, that's awesome. Also, if you're in a management position, and I've seen this, so you have the most amazing person working for you, and you think, oh, they would be great for this other position. If you go and talk to them and they're not interested, that's okay, because you have an amazing person working for you. I think sometimes we pressure people who are absolutely amazing at their jobs to advance, and that's great. And many people do that, and that's the way they should, it should be. But if people are in jobs and they love their job and they don't want a change, that's fine. So celebrate that and be happy with that. The second thing I wanted to talk to you about was redesigning your current job. So I think that we overlook the possibility of redesigning the work that we're in. So this is, I'm going to ask you to make another list, and it's going to go right with what are your days like. So if you are not liking your work, think about what in your day you absolutely enjoy doing and look forward to, and what you don't. Make 2 lists so that you can analyze what are the things that you don't like to do. And is there a way that you can minimize the things you don't want to do and then increase the things you do want to do? I think people underestimate the fact that that you could design your job, design your work, and pitch it to your boss. Maybe you'll be doing the thing that you're doing part-time, and you want to try something else that's beneficial to the school, the organization, the company. You want to try something else that's you think is going to be a benefit to you and the company or the school. Pitch it. The worst thing they can say is no. The worst thing they can say is no. So design your own job. You can even do that within your job. I have several people that I work with that take on new projects, creative endeavors, writing a book, doing a new type of training, implementing something new. And it's so awesome today because you don't have to go to some major training that takes weeks and weeks, or even go to school. You can just go on YouTube. You can go and look on the internet and learn new things. So if you like your job but you want to change, and you want some sort of change within your workday, start looking at what's out there and what would make you happy, because it all comes down to that. So again, I think there are 2 things. First of all, if you want a new job, make sure you want a new job, and really, really think about what you're going to be doing in your day. Because I have worked with people who have worked and worked and worked to get a job, got the job, and then realized it wasn't what they thought it was going to be. Or redesign your current job. I would love to hear your questions. I'd also love to hear possible topics for future. Let me know what's going on with you and your job. As always, you can send me a message either on Facebook or on YouTube with questions. It always helps us if you like and share these videos, both on Facebook and on our YouTube channel, the Instructional Leadership channel. And hashtag Reclaim Your Life. And as I ask you every single Sunday, if you are lucky enough to have this day off, please, please do not work. Please spend it having fun, hanging out with your friends and family. I will see you next Sunday.